Good evening, everybody, and welcome to some more Link to the Past Randomizer League playoff style. This is the finals, game 2. We have Relkin from the Titansmiths versus Solsky from PugTrio. This will be a cross keys race, as they are the Wisdom players. My name is Tracy M, and with me today is Dapper Wormman. How you doing, Dapper?
Oh, I am doing great today. I'm really excited for this grand finals second game. And as you said, they are the wisdom pendant. They are going to be putting their knowledge to the test. We've randomized all of the items, all of the entrances. We're going to have to go all over Hyrule to find all the items today.
Yeah, cross keys is probably my favorite mode to play at this point because it's so convoluted and weird, and it's unusual to find something that's not troll. So we'll see what troll does decide to show up because it's cross keys, and there's always something that's gonna get the runners.
Yeah, and helping us today, tracking is Lady Laura Linda and Bandman25, and want to shout them out for helping us today, keeping track of everything. I'm sure we're going to miss some stuff, and they're going to be keeping a keen eye on these runners to track all the keys, all the maps, all the probably not compasses, but all the items they're going to find.
Yeah, there's a reason why I call the trackers the MVPs of our league, and it's even more so with this mode because, yeah, there's just so much extra to worry about. That's why we have 2 of them, so they can at least each concentrate on their own player. Looks like Relkin is going to do the kind of standard, I'm not sure standard, but about half the people, I'd say, do this route, where we start by fake flippering over to the Witch's Hut to find out what's over there, and then do a hula hand. Solsky wants to go straight into Hyrule Castle and see what's going on over there. And it is the well. So he's probably going to want to go back and do that, but like no bombs. So that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, part of the reason you do a hula hand is usually to get some bombs so that you can, or get some money so that you can buy
Yep.
some bombs
Yep.
if you find a shop. You know, the Solsky could go down there and get 4 out of the 5 items, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll get lucky with a bomb pack in there.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of doing this entrance first because what I like to do is I like to hit this entrance when I can just drop down. If I already know what where Ganon is, I can just drop down this right here and not even worry about it. Relkin finds the uncle, so he'll get 2 items. Oh, lots of pieces of heart so far. Oh,
Yeah, pretty
Solsky bailed out by
unusual.
some bombs there. And Red Boomerang's a nice early thing to have when you don't have a sword, so you can just stun your enemies to walk by them.
Yeah, that is low-key pretty nice to have early on in a seed where you don't know where your weapons are going to be. So able to get all 5 items out of the well, that's a good feeling, and now off to greener pastures.
Yeah, the only bad thing is, oh, and a book. Yeah, so not really getting anything great other than that Red Boomerang, but I mean it's a start. You don't have to go back there for a while. And there's that Hool hand play from Relkin.
And Solsy going to use those bombs in the back of the escape sequence here.
Yeah, the Lost Woods Sank start. That's not a bad one for Sank. Gets you very far away from your Link's house start, and a big key to Thieves Town. Kind of a good news, bad news things. It means you'll have a dungeon that you can complete as soon as you find it. Bad news is it's a good chance you're going to be leaving the big chest behind because you need both the small key and the hammer to do that.
Yeah,
Of course,
that's
right now we need a weapon to do it anyway, so...
right. That Thieves Town big chest is one of those, oh, I don't really want to abandon this chest. Hopefully I find that big key before I even find the entrance to Thieves Town. Or find that small key.
And a nice half magic pickup for Solsky in the Lost Woods. Very nice to have that early. Also, I'm going to point out, Relkin and Solsky both doing a similar strat in trying to kill some guards and hoping for some drops by grabbing the bomb thrown and using them on the guards there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've never been able to pull that off myself, so nice to see both of these runners. Obviously, very experienced in cross keys. Picking the wisdom pendant on their team, and pretty comfortable with some of this low percent stuff you're going to run across. This is the finals after all. These players are pretty good.
Yeah, we see Magic Bat, the Lumberjack. Oh, and then Blind Hut. So lots of items for Solsky here.
Yeah, another 5-item cave or entrance. We find our
A
first
glove.
glove pretty early for a cross QC to find that glove.
Oh, and I missed it. There was a Ice Palace big key in the well, which is one of the what I like to call fetch quest big keys. Although logically, it is required for Ice Palace. It's one of those keys you'd rather find before you go into that dungeon than after, because if you don't, you're going to be leaving it, and you'll never know what the actual item, if that item is required. So it's good to have it early. Also, a lamp for Solsky, which is really nice to have early in a cross key seed.
Yeah, that lamp is nice. There's a couple of connectors, one being the old man going through the back, and then the Death Mountain ascent, and of course
Mm-hmm.
the Death Mountain descent as well.
Yeah, the Death Mountain Ascent, the Old Man Cave. Those are usually most runners are gonna be able to do those. It's the descent cave that is just I just won't even bother. It's got too many holes and too much stuff going on.
Yeah, even with a little map on the side of your game there, it could be a little hard to navigate around there. At least in the one with all those bats flying around. And what was that on the lumberjack tree?
I saw a heart container.
Okay.
With the gloves, I might have just dropped down on. Well, no, I wouldn't know because we still haven't found Ganon. Anytime if once you know where Ganon is, and it's really easy to you just do the drop down. Now we have two more drop downs in Kakariko, so we might not have the Vanilla Ganon, but we are running out of locations.
Yeah, that was the bat there at
Yep.
lumberjack, so that's going to be behind defeating Aga 1. Now we have not seen the useless fairy, so we're sort of hoping that useless fairy is going to be at the pyramid, so
That
we
would
don't
be a
have
good
to
one.
defeat Aga 2, Ganon's tower, to get to Ganon.
Yeah, eventually these guys will go into Kakariko. I always wonder about people. I like to get to Kakariko early. There's just so many things there, but these guys, I mean, they're accomplished, so like they must know something. So they're going to Kakariko pretty late. I mean, they'll get there eventually. In the meantime, maybe they find some good things before they get there.
Oh, the stun prize is 1 bomb, which is pretty
Yeah, with the
handy info
boomerang.
to have.
Yeah, with that boomerang, that's really good early.
Yeah, I'd like to go Kakariko early too, but I can see a lot of value in waiting till you get some items. Maybe you get some of the keys. Maybe you get the flute. You could turn in the
Mm,
flute at the
yep,
bird.
yep.
So, uh,
Also have enough money for. I mean, Relkin having done Houlihan definitely has enough money to do the bottle vendor. Solsky is still only at 68 rupees, so not going to be able to do that straight up. But maybe by the time he gets there, he'll have that money.
so it looks like we are having some internet issues with Relkin. We'll get back
Yeah,
his
hopefully
stream
that
soon.
that clears itself up. He did mention something about that in the race room. I'm sure he's local recording because that's always a smart thing to do in these situations. So I do
Oh, for
expect
sure.
we'll get that back. Oh, bottom of Spectral Rock Cave is a nice one to find because then you don't have to worry about following that connector when you find the other ends of it.
Yeah, that's the one that you can't get back into if you go out of it. Oh, and here we have Sahasrara telling us our green pendant is at Turtle Rock today. What else is new?
Yeah, the unique thing about the Spectral Rock Cave, I mean, there's a few others that you can only go one direction, but that one in particular, you can get the item without following the connector. And we see Laser Bridge now that we've got Relkin back. This is not in logic with the items that he has, but he does it anyway because, it's 4 items.
Yeah, we'll have to see when he goes out where this was. Didn't see where he was going. Might have been over in like the library slash race game area.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's headed towards or in Kakariko. Yeah, there it is. It's the old well, which one of the ladies, the connector one, and
Yeah,
we see Hyrule
Sahasrara's
Castle.
house where his lady friend is sitting there
Yeah,
wondering where he is.
and with 8 bombs, he's gonna go for this. Of course, bombs plus boomerang makes it pretty easy. Makes it pretty easy. And it looks like I think the cards may even be in the Braum prize pack, so this is not going to be a problem. And since we've already seen the back of Escape, even though this is not in logic beyond this room without the small key, it doesn't matter because we already know what's in the back, so not an issue.
Yep, no fear of abandoning anything in this area.
can be a scary play if lumberjack, if you're starting at pyramid or at lumberjack. So no worries about that today. Solsky, meanwhile, in the Eastern Palace area.
Yeah, this is often put off a lot, hoping for Mir or Dark World access to get here. So if you're Relkin, do you do Dark Cross after you're done here? I mean, you've got the lamp.
Yes, you have a
you've got
lamp.
bombs. Yeah.
Now, whether he should check the connectors, at some point, obviously, you're going to, but it depends to me on. He's already setting up a death warp, so for sure he's going to be doing something else. But I might wait on the connectors, depending on just how much he's done in Kakariko. We don't know because he was having some issues before that. But now that we have him back,
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea to do Dark Cross before going through the connectors, because if you come out in the Dark World and then go back in, you have to Death Warp, which takes time, and then the enemies are actually going to do more damage in the castle sequence, because because the game thinks you're in the Dark World, and those enemies share sprites with some Dark World enemies.
rats and crickets, and Solsky finds a connector to the top Hyrule Castle, but he can only do one entrance here because no sword or cape to get beyond the barrier there. And finds
Pretty nice
Hyrule
entrance
Cave.
to find. Yeah.
Except, yeah, no weapons. Okay, well, he's got through the first mold worm.
Yeah, I gotta be running out of bombs. I don't know if Solsky knows that the... actually, no, I think it was him who had gotten the stun prize earlier.
Yeah, unfortunately, the boomerang does not stun mini mold worms.
Oh, there we go. Running back into the bomb. Thank you, mini Moldorm.
He just needs to survive a little bit longer. Now, the bad part is he's going to get the item, it looks like. But will he survive to find out where this takes him?
Throwing down some bombs first. I like that.
Oh, just a compass. I like compasses more than most, but I'd hate to go all the way through Spiral Cave just for a compass.
Oh, and it drops a heart for him, too. Yeah.
That's a nice heart drop.
You know, at least you know that you've been there and you're not going to leave something important behind.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there, Solsky.
Yeah, no
that
Moon
is,
Pearl.
yeah, no Moon Pearl. Yeah, the glove. I mean, that's a decent connection. Well,
Yeah, when
okay,
we
it's
get
actually a
Moon
terrible
Pearl-
connection, let's face it. But in terms of, it is a connection to get to the Dark World once you have Moon Pearl. He has the glove, so he will be able to go further beyond that.
Yeah, that'll get him to Catfish, and then with that glove, you can get down to like Pyramid and Pod area, right? I think there's a way to get there
that's right.
with the glove, yeah.
But not until we have a Moon Pearl.
And gonna get one more bomb. So we can see what Relkin must have checked earlier. That's our tavern at the fortune teller's house.
Okay, well, we'll never know until Solsky goes there what was in the Hyrule Maiden Cell, or Zelda Cell, but we do see him getting 300 rupees, so good to go do Zora, which is in Logic. Not the rest of the area, but we have a glove, so Zora itself is in Logic. There's that laser bridge for Solsky. Let's see if he goes for this as well.
Yeah, Relkin does have a tracker on his personal stream and appears to have done everything in Hyrule Castle, but has not really found any items.
Yeah, we'll see if he checks the connector after. And there's that useless fairy cave. So we're down to 2 possibilities for Ganon. I'm sure Relkin actually checked. We do see, and this is Paradox Cave. No reason not to do this. You can at least get the items. It's a pain with just bombs.
Yeah, but definitely
Ooh,
I mean, there is a shop here too. Relkin could think about buying some bombs, but gonna go in with 3 into the kill room here.
Yeah, he may just not worry about actually doing anything but getting the items. small key to Turtle Rock, a bottle, small key to Pod, heart container, map to Hera. Yeah, he's not even gonna bother. It's a lot easier to. It's not that hard to come back here and check those other connector. Just check the connectors now that you've actually cleared out the items.
Right.
That's the big prize being the small key to Swamp, which we don't know. We have no idea what our pendants and crystals are yet. It's way too early for that. But
So we had Lost Woods in the well in Kakariko. Does that mean Ganon is at the Ganon Pyramid?
yeah, I think we've seen everything else. So we are going to be climbing
boy.
GT. We are going to need that Ganon's Tower big key. The good news is, I actually tend, my least favorite location for Ganon, honestly, is Lumberjack. Because you hard required Castle Tower small keys, you know? Whereas at least for Ganon's Tower, you can get away with, you never need to get more than 3, and you can often get away with just getting 2 of those small keys. But yeah, and also with those 4 checks that are really, really late in Ganon's Tower, you don't feel bad about doing them whenever you have access to it, because you know you're gonna have to do it later anyway.
Right, that is a major time sink that a lot of players will just avoid sometimes if they can, is doing the Ganon's Tower climb. But we did get that Moon Pearl in the back of Tavern on Solsti's side.
Gotta figure that Ralkin has that too.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 3 bombs left to finish off Mini Moldorm Cave is not a lot. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
They're not playing nice.
I'm gonna check the race game. Just a piece of heart. And Solsky, we'll see what he chooses to do here. Yeah, even just getting in there is hard.
I mean, you can just do this with 1 bomb and then just not clear the, not get out of the 5 chest room.
In Solsky's case, I think buying bombs is a really good idea, just because you're gonna want them anyway. But we'll see what he chooses to do. He can't now because he already used the 1 bomb.
Yeah, you need the bomb to open up the shop.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, he also knows about the stun prize.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to use the boomerang here and not lose 6 hearts of damage to these mini.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess now can't lose 11 hearts because go down to 1 and use that red potion, but probably prefer not to do that.
Yeah, I'd be a not great usage of that. Okay, we're gonna get another try at Mini Moldorm with a lot more bombs. Ralkin should be fine at this point doing that.
Yeah, it only needed 3.
Yeah, if he had gotten that Mini Moldorm Cave last time, he'd have been fine.
Yeah, so what was that? Small key to ice? That's first one. That's really nice to get. The other one we don't really care about.
Really the power of the small key to Ice Palace is if you get to Ice Palace with the Cane of Samaria, and a small key and no hammer or glove. You don't have to worry about whether or not to icebreaker, because you can just do it and you're fine. You'll be able to use that small key to open the door. Yeah, also, both boomerangs.
You just named a scenario that I don't never want to find myself in. In Ice Palace, no glove, no hammer, no Samaria, or whatever.
Yeah, I've had that scenario be hard required, and not even just in cross keys, but definitely not the glove.
Yeah.
But no hammer. Yeah.
But the keys are nice, and I mean, with getting an early big key and 1 small key, when we find Ice Palace, there might be something there. I don't think the 1 small key by itself opens up, like that spike room in ice, but the big key chests, and there's like 3 other chests in there that we can get without any keys.
Yep. Okay, Solsky doing his Mini Moldorm Cave. Okay, maybe Ralkin hasn't gotten that Moon Pearl yet. It looks like he's gonna get it right now. I wonder if we missed him checking some of those Hyrule Castle entrances.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Skolsky goes through those. Did Skolsky do Zelda Cell?
I don't
Think so.
recall. Don't think he did.
I mean, can do it with bombs, but it's probably easier to just come back later with a sword or something like that.
We see another entrance to Turtle Rock. Logically, we can't do anything with that, although there is a bomb jump you can do to explore more of Turtle Rock. But with this weapon set we have right now, I don't see that happening.
So here's Relkin back into Castle. I think this might be taking this entrance. Not sure if it's new information or just saying this is where there's
New
a
to
bunch of
us.
entrances. It's new, definitely new to us.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With
So,
the Moon Pearl gonna go here. Okay.
and we find Ether. Is our medallion for the Turtle Rock entrance. Medallions just take on much less of an importance in this mode most of the time, except when every once in a while. And it's also showing us the swamp and desert are our red crystal dungeons.
Yeah, even if that Turtle Rock entrance is vanilla or something like that, there's so many other ways to get into Turtle Rock. We already have found one of them, and you really don't need to open those unless there's something behind them. Same thing with the gloves. The Titan's mitts
Mitts.
aren't really as powerful because you can get to a lot of entrances, in cross
Titan's
keys
mitts
different
are
ways.
often just annoying. And I'm still waiting
Yeah.
for the gloveless seed. I almost had one, and then swamp ended up being a pendant instead of ice. I was very sad.
So that's also something, that we're not going to see these runners probably, but some newer runners might get, all the way down to Ice Palace boss and forget, oh, you need the glove to get to Cold Stare or something like that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think anyone that's played cross keys has done that, usually early on in their playing of cross keys. And it's not even just necessarily the boss. It can also happen in that, because you can, even without diver down, sorry, not diver down, without icebreaker, you can get to that room with the big block that you have to pick up, and be like, oh yeah, I can't do this because I don't have a glove.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see some other connectors. Oh, down to 2 hearts. Oh god. This mini Moldorm's not playing nice. Let's get these boys a weapon.
That was a really nice boomerang strat there. It makes sure the guard is on the left where it drops the key. You don't have to go searching for it on the right side of the room. Really smooth there by Skolsky. I don't think we found any dungeons yet, except obviously
The 2
Hyrule
Turtle
Castle.
Rock and the 2
Oh, we
Turtle
didn't.
Rock entrances. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah, that's not a lot.
there must be a lot hiding in the Dark World with the Moon Pearl and Lamp already in our possession on both sides.
Okay, we find Relkin makes it over to East Death Mountain. Found the back of the old man cave for the mountain start. Supposed to be taking his death warp to go do Dark Cross. Another fortune teller. I'm not sure if I think there's nothing else to check here. He's thinking about it. Maybe he's gonna
Yeah,
go back
maybe
through.
another connector to taking the connector back.
Oh yeah, he's gonna check this. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the front of Old Man yet.
we have not. Let's see where this takes us. Once we rescue the old man, we'll get these save and quit spots, which is always nice. You can even get a nice free refill.
Oh yeah, you could talk to him. He's always there, even if you have not saved him. So now we know where that entrance leads. Or
Yeah, and there's that spiral cave. Vulcan wants to know where this goes first. We know this is a connector that Solsky's already come from.
yeah,
And
3
Relkin says, this
connectors.
one I might be able to come back from, so I'm going to do this first.
Okay, so that was from Swamp. Don't see anybody going back through these. Skolsky already did Spiral Cave. I suspect Relkin is gonna do it here and probably have a pretty easy time getting through. Still,
He's
no
got a
weapon
few more
besides bomb.
hearts. Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
a few more hearts than Solsky did, so he can probably just tank damage from the mold worms. It's usually pretty easy to avoid the Baris, the jellies here. This is going to take him to the Dark World version of the Witch's Hut. But since he's got the Moon Pearl and Solsky didn't, he's actually going to be able to do a little bit of exploring over in that direction. So we'll see if he does. I mean, I think at least doing Catfish, it's a guaranteed item. Maybe go over to the Pyramid, another guaranteed item. And then there's the pod area he can get to. Of course, if he
yeah,
takes too many hits, everything dangerous in the Dark World. So many of these enemies do 2 hearts of damage, and we still have no weapon other than bombs, so...
right. I think, and now Solsky has dropped down to the east death east. Excuse me, Dark Death Mountain. Say that 10 times fast. I don't believe any player checked west to Dark Death Mountain. There's a couple over there.
Yeah, we haven't actually gotten there yet. So we'll have to find a connector to that. Maybe this might be
Yeah.
one of those rare seeds where the Old Man Cave is your logical... The Old Man Rescue Cave is your logical way to that. Broken
Right.
doesn't grab the piece of heart this early. I might have grabbed it, but, you know, overall, in the scheme of things, he won't need it.
Oh, he's just setting up for the top of Ganon's tower heart refill, you know? Like, obviously. Okay, so Catfish was nothing there, but Relkin gonna go to Pyramid, Pod area. There's 4 entrances over there we can get to. Got enough money to get into Pod. Only need 110. And here's that Death Mountain descent we were talking about. You can see why it's a little hairy without the lamp.
Yep, and running, if you bonk at the end while running, you will fall right into that hole. So, want to be careful there. We see the Dark Shopping Mall. Nothing so far. Bombs, but Relkin's got 8, so I don't think he's going to go pick those up. Like, everything hurts, so those pink guys will do 3 hearts of damage on green mail. The pig soldiers will do 2. Everything just hurts in the Dark World. It's just amazing in the regular game, in the vanilla game.
Yeah,
If you're playing casually, you don't get a mail upgrade until you're in Dungeon 5, Ice Palace.
yeah. Well, I mean, Dungeon 8 or 9 of of all the dungeons, if you
Yeah.
include Aga Tower and all that, the Light World. But yeah, it's pretty rough going for a while. They expect you to get some heart pieces and stuff along the way, but sometimes you don't want to pick up those heart pieces on your NMG setting a personal best run.
Yeah, but if you're playing casually, you want them.
Oh yeah.
Solsky is going to find mountain access because I didn't see where he entered this cave, but we have the Old Man Rescue Cave. Just you gotta get 2 hearts of damage. Now, if he dies before he gets the old man to his cave, he will respawn back in the old man pickup.
Yes. But gets him there safely, and now down to 1 heart. Gonna take. Oh, that's
Can use that red potion.
after you save the old man. You do not spawn in the old man cave, so that was a good use there.
Yeah, we don't know. We saw on Relkin's side. One was in the eastern part of Death Mountain. I forget where the other side was. We are getting an item here at C-shaped house, and it's just a compass. Come on, game, give us a weapon.
Yeah, the back of the old man cave was on Death Mountain on the other
Right.
side.
But I forget where the front was.
The front was Aga Tower. With
Oh,
the,
yeah. Yep,
energy barrier.
Yep, that's right. I talk about getting these weapons, but it's not unusual in cross keys to go an hour or more without even a proper weapon or a sword or whatever.
Yeah, even if a sword is like tier 1 in like Swamp Palace, or excuse me, like the dam entrance or something, sometimes it's just you just don't go to those places that are like 1 or 2 entrance checks. You go to the like Kakariko that has
Yep.
40,000 entrance checks.
Yeah, I often talk about this. One of the things I really like about cross keys is the beginning of the game really challenges you and puts you in situations that you really just you can't make them up. Huh, flute teasing us behind the mirror. But then
Oh,
by the end of the
great.
game, you're usually you're OP with silvers and gold sword and red mail and everything you could possibly want to finish the game. Well, that's a useless connector as we find the useless desert entrance. At least getting back is really quick.
Yeah, and one more thing to check here on the light Death Mountain before I would imagine Solski would go into dark Death Mountain here. Oh, I must have checked that Spectacle Rock exit cave already. So these are 2 new checks for us. I did not know that
Yeah,
turtle.
but yeah, I did not know.
Murder
I did not know that you can kill those with the boomerang. That's a new one on me.
That is good to know.
It is good to know. We don't have a small key to desert, so we're not gonna go to the right side at all. But there's one item we can check and one item we can get and one item we can check.
And I guess
And
that
we can
makes
do
sense that
connectors.
a lot of the enemies that don't get stunned by the boomerang actually take damage from the boomerang.
Yep, that makes
Like
sense. It makes sense.
skeletons and stuff like that.
We did get another small key to pod. That's 3 for Relkin. I mean, nice to not find pod until you have 5. 4 allows you to full clear, but in a very inefficient way. 5 lets you full clear just by doing the hammer jump. 6, then you don't have to do any tricks. Logically, there are several chests in there that do require 6 keys logically, but very rarely are runners going to wait for the 6th key. You do see the mire area. And Ajita's cave over on Solski's side for a compass. I feel like we're getting all the compasses.
Yeah, they are useful in Enemizer modes or Bossimizer, but not in cross keys because we already know what all the dungeons have at the back.
Yeah,
we already
I
know what bosses.
like having the HUD that tells me the number of items I get in a dungeon.
Oh yeah,
But
they
it's
do have.
definitely not needed, you know. It is useful. There's some dungeons in particular that are more useful than others to have that number, but for the most part, it's not too hard to keep track of that sort of thing.
That is true. Thank you for that reminder. I did forget that does show up in cross keys, or at least compass shuffle modes.
Yep.
So that Desert Palace front entrance was our connector to Mire, and we're going to see where Desert West leads us to.
Yep. So that flute won't be hard required, but it certainly will be a nice thing to pick up if the runners can route it in. Without mitts, though, it still wouldn't get us to Mire. It would just be fast travel.
Right. I mean, I'll take a flute if I can get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Desert West is another Dark World connector, and I don't think we've
This is
been
a
over
much
here
better
yet.
one. No, this is a much better Dark World connector than what we've seen before.
Yeah, not a too inconvenient space to be let out, just because that's so hard to get to that at least now you don't have to manage to route it in. It's just where you end up. Oh, Solski taking an overworld death. Wasn't a light world, so...
Ah, he's got a fair. He's
Oh,
fine.
there we go. But Relkin's found Thieves Town, and Relkin does have that Thieves Town big key. Is he gonna go all the way to the back?
Well, here's the problem. He has nothing to kill blind with.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's probably not worth rescuing the maiden when you can just, show her the light and do nothing after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do we know? We do know that Thieves Town is a crystal. Somebody must have done a math check. So I suppose you could go get the attic item and blow the floor up, because once you've done that, you don't have to do it again. Especially with that mirror.
Ooh.
That lets you get out. That's a really good find because we're about to hit a bunch of areas with mirror checks in the Dark World.
Yeah,
But Relkin says nope. I'm not doing anything else, and I can't say that I blame him.
So you think Relkin's gonna go back and grab that flute?
I think he'll try and route it in. I don't
Yeah.
know if he does it. Actually, has Relkin seen that? I don't think he's been to
Oh, is
Death
that on
Mountain.
Solsky's
I
side?
think that was on Solsky's side. So that's really good for Relkin. He'll be able to get the flute when he gets there the first time. Solsky is will have to route it in after he gets it, and he will get it because there's no reason unless he gets to Thieves Town really late, which I can't imagine with it being where it is.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot who has already been up to that side of the mountain. I think
It's very easy to it's cross keys. There's a lot going on.
Relkin knows about the connector to the hookshot exit, which then you can mirror and get whatever the item is in the light world side. So we'll probably end up using that
Mhm.
and running across the flute eventually.
Yeah, he needs to do the southeastern part of Light World. I believe that is where Solsky found the entrance to the Old Man Rescue Cave. Meantime, a whole lot of nothing in the dam, but we'll see. Maybe there's an item sitting in the dam at the actual location.
And Skolsky finds out where the old man start is. I think that was Solsky's first time finding that after
Yep.
saving the old man.
Like he wants to go to that eastern part of the Dark World. And gonna hit what some people call the Curiosity Shop. This is the shop that sells you the red shield if you want it in the vanilla game. And we find Hera, and there's not a whole lot we can do here because we don't have a big key or a hook shot to break it. Or even a small key to do the basement. So we're just gonna grab 2 items.
Is this a small key to Hera? No, it's
No, of
Ganon's
course
Tower.
not. I mean, we're gonna find Ganon's. We should find all 4 Ganon's Tower small keys because we're gonna need to do a climb. It is 4 keys for a logical climb, although you don't need 4 keys.
I like to call this place the little cabin in the woods.
I like that.
It's kind of scary to get to.
Yeah, it is scary to get to.
It's surrounded by trees, but Rocket makes it out okay.
Solsky's gonna find the back here. Oh, hey, pod. With
Yeah,
just 3 small keys and no bow and no hammer. So, I mean, there's a lot you can do here with just 3 small keys, even without a bow and a hammer. But very annoying. And if Solsky is if Relkin is so inclined, he could do a mimic clip. I think he still has his red potion, so he can even do the potion camera unlock to do it.
yeah. With 1 small key, there's a couple here in Logic: the bridge chest and the Stalfos basement. So definitely want to check those, especially after getting a key.
This is interesting. He's going to use one of these small keys on the big key chest. This is item locked behind 6 small keys. So let's see if he gets anything out of this.
Yeah, and didn't really set up a death warp or anything to scum this. Do like a hard reset. Gonna keep going on. I mean, you expect about 4 or 5 to show up eventually. 4 or 5 small keys.
Ooh, but in logic is that hook shot. That's a really nice find.
Yeah, that's super nice.
And looks like he is going to go ahead and do some sort of mimic clip. We'll see if he uses the potion to do it. That'll be a lot faster if he uses that potion. No, so he's just going to clip it. If you're good at it, it's not that much slower, but let's see what Oh, he's doing it unbuffered. He's
Oh,
if you can do it
wow.
unbuffered, yeah, it's
This is what, a
extra
couple
hard.
of 1-frame inputs back to back, and then wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like he
And
has it.
off it goes. Yeah, and having that mirror in hand is also really helpful. It's just going to be able to mirror back to the front of the dungeon after this.
Misery Mire small key, only needed for logic to get to the left side.
Yeah, that's really nice to have in cross keys or any key sanity mode to do the left side first and then the right side. Once you
But
do
we don't
find
want
Misery
any
Mire.
more game. We just need the one.
Yeah, I think everything on the fire locked side is locked behind 3 small keys, actually.
Logically, yeah. Logically, but not practically.
Oh my gosh,
Another
the
pod
small key to
key.
pod.
So yeah, that's gonna give him 4 total essentially, and he can choose to save that last one for actually getting to Helmasaur, or he can use it on the Harmless Hellway. See what he chooses to do.
Yeah. Do we know if this is a pendant or crystal yet? Relkin
I
does
don't
not.
see a letter on
Oh, just
there,
opening
so
it.
nope.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get another pod small key somewhere. There are 2 more out in the wild, and I'm confident that they'll happen.
I mean, I'd rather just be looking for a 5th pod key than leave something in Harmless Hellway because it's going to take a lot to get back to.
Ooh, Fire Rod is a nice find. So we've got
Yeah.
a lot of in-logic stuff in pod. I don't think we've gotten anything useful out of logic, to be honest.
Yeah, Fire Rod's really nice. So these are all locked by 4. So still in logic because we got that 4th one here in pod. And gonna have to do this hammer jump here from the top.
The only bad thing here, and you do this anyway, is you can't open the big chest. But whatever. Well, there's still 2 items you can get. Meanwhile, Solski's exploring the West Dark World. Sorry, the East Dark World that we've already seen. Hera small key.
Okay.
We're just there.
We certainly were.
That's definitely, if there ever was a fetch quest small key, that is it. Because it locks exactly 1 item and doesn't lock anything else in that dungeon.
Yeah, you don't even logically need it to beat the boss.
I think we're going to get a Skullwoods play. I like this better with the Fire Rod. I like to have at least one of Fire Rod or Big Key here, so we can check that back entrance.
Yeah, that's often one that you will just abandon if you did not check it when you went into Skullwoods. We also might not have a nice Skullwoods layout. We might not be able to get there. So all the Skullwoods entrances, except for the back, are in this area, and they are randomized within themselves. So we could have a situation where we're just not able to get there, or we could get there, but then be sort of locked.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be able to
prevented
get
back.
there, because one of the drop downs will get us there, but no guarantee that we'll be able to get back. And Relkin remembering that the hand's not going to take him to the exit that he wants to go out of.
Right.
Like he was ready to ride the hand. Okay, we got a good layout, so he's going to be able to get to this entrance, and then the other entrance will open up where the big chest is.
And it's Ganon's Tower. Okay, we were going to find this eventually.
What a horrible spot for a Ganon's Tower that's hard required.
I mean, at least it's a decent Skullwoods layout.
Yeah,
oh, and
absolutely.
the Ice Rod is there in
Ice Rod is
Ganon's
nice.
Tower.
Let's see if he checks the torch, because really that's all he can do is check the torch, and we don't have a hammer and a hammer yet to go west. We don't have a cane to go east. So this is the last thing you can do. And it's just 20 rupees, so we're not going to even worry about that later.
Yeah, good to check, especially with Mirror. It's super quick to just get out of the dungeon right away. And it does have a book. It's going to do a ped check.
Yeah, I mean, you're right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There could be a lot on ped in a cross key seed.
A lot of rupees today.
Pile. That must be 50 or 100.
Solski, meanwhile, is going to get his mirror in Thieves Town.
Yeah. Has found his way to Dark World.
See if he chooses to go any further. Again, I don't see it. You can't actually kill blind.
Yeah, we did talk a little bit about maybe just doing the attic, and then now that we have the mirroring out, looks like was setting up a death ward. Nope.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
maybe he can set it up from attic. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, but the one chest in the back here that's in logic is the one in the maiden cell.
Yes.
So do you just do the maiden cell? Do you do the attic and the maiden cell? I mean, it's...
Well, he's grabbing a small key, so he's going to go... Looks like pretty far.
He could find a sword or a hammer in here and be able to beat blind, but that's kind of a risky assumption, I would say.
A small key to Skullwoods in Skullwoods. Okay, we're not going to get... The pinball room in Cross Keys is still always a small key, so... leaving Skullwoods with 2 small keys is really smart, because if you're going to do the back, it's nice to not... You need at least one to get in, and it's nice to not have to kill the mummy, the Gibdo on your way to the back if you can avoid it. So
Yeah. Gotta save that magic and those health hearts for
Yep.
that moth fight, which can get off the rails pretty easy. Of course, we still have to find the Skullwoods back entrance to Never the Beat Moth and find a sword. So this attic chest is out of logic because we need that small key
Yep.
because we could use it in bad ways. And it's just a map. What was that, Ice Palace?
I didn't even see. And that was a cape at Speck Rock Cave. So can't get that now unless there's absolutely no way to get it right now. And a connector. It's a really inconvenient spot for a connector, but at least it's a quick one. He's just opening the passageway. We'll see if he comes back after doing this last entrance check. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so one more check for Solsky.
An interesting thing there with that brother connector. Do you go through it or not? So save the maiden. Gonna look like walk blind back. Yeah, unless.
Okay, does he remember that he doesn't have a weapon? Because it's easy to forget that you can't do that. Because normally Thieves Town is like the dungeon you can just do.
Yeah, I mean, it will be faster coming back here. Where did that lead?
It led to the other side of the brother's house where you have to mirror normally.
Oh.
So that mirror just lost a little bit of value because now we just don't have to check that spot.
Oh, he must have checked the race game, otherwise he would have gone through
Yeah,
it. But
absolutely.
That's really funny. That was vanilla then.
Well, one side of it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But you did this. You saw the cape there, Elkin, I think.
Yeah. So did Skolsky even get back to blind or just?
No, I think he probably. I think my guess is he figured it out. I mean, you could take blind back and then just walk in there when you come back later. But one, you might have the things for the big chest anyway, and two, the fight is very different. It's not scripted. Although Solsky doesn't use the script, so maybe it would have been fine. It's one of the few top runners that just doesn't bother with the blind script.
Interesting. Nobly in chat helping us out, saying that he did take blind.
Okay,
back
did take blind back.
blind, which makes sense because if you get that far, you do it all the way there and then just come back later.
Yep, and like I said, if you're already not using the script, then you're not losing anything.
Yeah, so Skolsky does have that mirror now and knows where that flute is, but looks like they want to do some other entrance checks before going back up there. Meanwhile, Relton has not been to the mountain.
No, he has not. He hasn't done any of that southeast light world area, and I'm pretty certain that's where the other side of the Old Man Rescue Cave is. And it may be the only way up there, because one, we don't have a flute, and two, we haven't found any entrance.
There was some entrance that went to Hookshot Cave, and then now with the mirror, we can get down and mirror to like Tower of Hera. That probably isn't on Relkin's top list of things to be doing right now, though.
No, I mean he'll get to one of those areas at some point. Yeah, this is, I believe, Relkin's first trip over to the eastern area. Solsky did this a while back. I don't recall finding anything interesting here.
Yeah, there was not a lot over here. And I think Relkin has been to Pod.
Yes.
So this
will be a fire rod, and there was something else good in here that we got. Was ice rod here too?
Yeah, there was what, hookshot in the bottom in the Stalfos
Oh
basement?
yeah, definitely saw a hook shot, and I missed that there was a shovel that Solsky now has. So Solsky's not gonna open the big key chest, which was nothing anyway.
Right, there's that hookshot, and Relkin's setting up a death warp inside of this chest gamble game, which I think takes you to the pyramid when you die, or is it a light world situation? Or that it takes
I
you to
don't,
sanctuary?
I
I'm
don't
not sure.
understand what he just did.
Yeah, I think that
He
was a
could have just
thing, and they
saved and.
patched it out, and
Yeah.
that was just
Oh,
could have saved
oh,
and
is
quit.
that something? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Relkin starting at Sank, going to Kakariko.
Yeah. No. Oh. Oh, he wanted
Oh,
to preserve that mirror portal. That's what he wanted to do. Okay.
oh, okay. Yeah, when you take a death instead of saving and quitting the mirror portal. So it's like, when you save your mirror portal on
Yep.
Turtle Rock, but
Yep.
you would never save it in, like, not cross keys that way.
Yeah,
So,
there's not a lot of situations where saving a mirror portal like that makes sense. He's gonna do some shenanigans over here in Turtle Rock. Not a whole lot. That hook shot gets him across. He's got one small key, so he could do the lava chest out of logic. That takes 4 small keys to be in logic. I don't. Oh, he's got a fire rod, so he can just kill the pokey and get the key. So I think you
oh,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Turtle Rock's one of those where you can just, like, I think clear it with one small key if
If
you
you do it
find the
right.
right entrances, yeah.
Because you can walk from bottom to top, and when you go through a stair key door with going from the bottom, it will not actually use the key. And the logic does take that into account for going the one way, but it doesn't take into account in terms of your ability to open that door. So like,
Yeah, does it take into account you not using a key and then just turning around and accidentally using the key?
yeah, essentially. So like right
Yeah.
here, this is in logic because it doesn't use a small key, but because you can that's one of the reasons why the lava chest is still behind 4 small keys, and Trinex itself is behind 4 small keys, is because you could turn right around and open that door, and
Right.
so there's no guarantee you won't do that.
Yeah, we've all done something like that at some point. Maybe killed the pokey and not want to open the lava chest, but did by accident. So.
Yep.
So Solsky's going to do a mimic clip here. Got to clean out the green ones first.
Now it's going to do it with select buffers. Always
I
scares me to
mean,
use select buffers just because it might save and quit by
yeah,
accident, but
yeah. If you're pressing up or down, you're gonna, if you do the inputs in the wrong order. But pretty practice
so
with
far
this, I
pretty
would
good.
say.
Yep. I think it is a little bit quicker to use select buffers rather than using the start menu.
Yeah, that start menu takes a while to go up and down.
Race dig game with nothing. And we don't have to check the brothers' entrance because we already saw that it's vanilla and we saw it from the other side. So
I think we're only 1 pixel away there from this mimic.
it's looking good.
There we go.
There it is. Not quite as quick, but still well done.
Yeah, I'm not going to fault anybody for using buffered mimic clips.
Oh God, no.
I can't even do it at all. So
Yeah, same.
great job for both these runners getting through there. That's really impressive.
Dig spot had nothing for us. And we're gonna see Cave 45, which is 2 chests. A sword and a bow! 2 weapons at once at 5309.
We could just beat everything now, can't we?
yeah, we're actually. In terms of boss fights, we do have a thing for everything, don't we? Now, granted, we can't get to some of the bosses because, like, I don't know, hammers and, you know, an ice palace and swamp palace and but you know, once we get to the bosses, we have a weapon.
Yeah, we don't even need to mimic clip anymore.
No.
Okay, so we found Aga Tower. Looks like we don't have a key, so we're only going to get 1 out of 2 chests here. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's just a piece of heart. And Solsky has the small key before he gets to Hera, or maybe he came back. Is going to go ahead and make this check. Nice job setting up the so-called coffee break.
Yeah, Relkin might go back to Hera at some point with that hook shot. And then, you know, while you're there, you have the small key, do the Hera or do the big key chest in Hera basement while you're there.
Yeah, I suspect when he goes there to clear it, he'll come back, also do this. Ideally, if you're going to come back, probably want to do it ideally with the big key. Otherwise, you leave that big key as a fetch quest. But we'll see. I do expect Solsky to finish this since he came back all the way back to do it. Ice Rod Cave here, the good version. Piece of heart. Oh, another sword.
Interesting. Okay, so first sword on
got a sword
on different places from the runners. And
actually, that sword's important now that I think about it, because you can't actually finish this dungeon without a sword or a hammer. So.
Oh yeah.
Now Solsky has a sword. He can finish this dungeon.
Yeah, he probably was not considering Hera potting here, but nice quick thinking is going on to
without that sword, there'd still be 1 chest you could get to out of logic here. But that's a lot of that's not a lot of value here if you're not able to finish the dungeon as well, and especially since we end up with another compass.
Yeah, it's the Thieves Town. I think Solsky's pretty aware of what he has and has not checked Thieves Town at this point, though. So basically, NMG Moldorm fight here with Fighter Sword.
Not quite NMG. We don't have boots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that is part of it. Like, I don't do NMG myself, but my friends that do assure me that it makes a difference to not have the boots.
Yeah, I think you do get some iframes when you dash through. Not sure if the Fighter Sword does damage on the tail there when you're dashing, but it definitely does on like Master Sword and above.
Ooh, nice save from falling there.
Moldorm.
Yeah. There we go.
And, you know, could have been a little quicker, but at least he didn't fall.
Sadly, just 10 arrows. We do get our first crystal of the match at 56:39 or so. And the dam with just 10 arrows. Okay, so Relkin looks like he's gonna head over west here, so he should get to that old man entrance. Does get to check the tablet here. And it's a mail upgrade. So, not something he needs. He's already on blue mail. Oh no, he hasn't gotten... I thought he got... No, he's on blue mail, because I can tell it's not the same Mario sprite. But, red mail is more of a luxury at that point. So, not going to come back for it. Wouldn't surprise me if Solsky does get that, because there's a good chance he'll have his Master Sword by the time he gets there. So, he'll just get it.
Yep, here's Solsky going back to finish up the blind fight. And maybe there's a script for this version where blind's already there.
No, there might be, but I guarantee I guarantee you Solsky's not using it. But if you don't use the script in the regular fight, it makes it a lot easier for you to deal with it when you don't have the ability to be on script. So there's something to be said for that. And we get a big key to Hera.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's so bad.
I mean, do you go back? They're pretty close to each
No,
other, right?
not yet, not now. I don't think. I mean, you put that big key in your pocket, and you hope never have to go use it. We'll see what Solsky does, though. He may disagree with me.
I mean, to be fair, that key isn't in logic until you get A, the Thieves Town small key, and B, uh,
Hammer.
oh, is it the hammer? Okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Does the
no, sorry.
hammer? Wait,
I was gonna
gonna
say Hera small, but you don't need the Hera small
yeah,
to
you
be
don't need the
in,
hair
yeah.
small. And Solsky disagrees with me. He says, you know what? I'm right here. I'm gonna go ahead and check this. Actually, I'm not sure the hammer is required. Yeah, because normally the hammer makes a difference in terms of where the small keys could be, but I'm not sure it matters in cross keys. I'm sure someone in chat will set
Oh,
us straight.
the hammer for no, you don't unless the Thieves Town small key is in the Thieves Town big chest, which it can't be, I don't think, in cross keys. That would be
It
the
can.
only way. Oh, it can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
can.
right. Yeah,
Like,
if it
because just
is
in the same way that any, if it can
in
be in
a
a bad
non
spot.
key sanity mode, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a sword. Yeah, you're right. If it is there, then it is the hammer. We'll just never know because we'll never find it.
Mm.
Or maybe Relkin will, but to be determined.
Yep. Yeah, Rocket finds that old man cave. So yeah, there's a very good chance. Actually, 2 swords in Hera. Um, for Relkin's sake, he's gonna. Hopefully, he does. If he wants to get a tempered sword. Of course, there's another sword out there. It would be nice if he got at least one of those, but it'd be nice if he could get both. We'll see what he does. If he does Thieves Town first. He's got the sword already. So where Solsky had the sword from... Got his swords in Hera, wasn't expecting to be able to do the dungeon. Okay. A little surprised at the save and quit there. Because he had just found the back to the... Or the front end to the old man rescue cave, and I thought he was going to follow it, but... After he did this last check, but chooses not to.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That's a guaranteed mountain access, and he knows that. So, because the old man back has to be on the mountain, and because
Yes.
Obviously, otherwise, I mean, I don't know what sort of programming the developers would have to do to make it otherwise,
Yeah,
and really no reason to challenge them that way.
Is this the entrance to that hookshot cave? So he's gonna go from this way because maybe it'll be faster to save the old man from the so he's gonna get this one. He's
Right, he's
thinking
got the hook
it'll be
shot, so he can
faster to
do
save
this.
the old man from the back.
Oh, and he gets extra checks, including silver arrows while he's at it, so that's not bad. Yeah, I forgot the fact that we have a hookshot now and access to the east part of the mountain, which allows for a bunch more checks. Back of Skullwoods. I think we found all the Skullwood smalls, so technically this is not in logic without all the Skullwood smalls. Which puts it behind the Moon Pearl, strangely enough, because one of those smalls is always in the pinball chest. But once we have a fire rod or even a lamp, it's actually not a bad to do this with the lamp if you know it's a crystal. We don't, but we have a fire rod, so we're just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, we're still on fighter sword though. Don't want to discount
He's got
that.
half magic. He's got half magic with the
Yeah.
fire rod. He's fine. I find fire rod moth not bad. A lot of people use hammer. We don't have a hammer, so that's not an option.
Yeah, with half magic, you can. I think it's like 8 hits of the
It's
fire
8,
rod,
yep.
so it's pretty easy to get those off if you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Not gonna grab the magic pot.
I'm a little surprised he can grab the extra magic pot because that's 2 extra shots for him. But maybe he's just gonna do this mostly with the fighter sword. Moth, one of only 2 bosses that you can damage with the fighter sword without a spin. The other being blind, and does a very nice job combining fighter sword and mostly fire rod. Does get a crystal out of it.
Yeah, so now 1 crystal on Relkin's side, 2 on Solsky's side. If you're just tuning in, this is the grand finals of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. And Titans Mitts on the left are up 1-0 over PugTrio. We've got the third game coming up on Monday, I believe. It's
I've not
going
seen
to
it on the
be,
schedule.
yeah, it's Andy versus Dante, Pug versus Pug.
Ooh, yeah. I wonder
It's
if they'll have
Monday.
any side bets this year. I know last year when the two played each other, there was a side bet that said whoever lost couldn't use the Pug Sprite for like a week. Andy lost that match, and he experimented a little bit.
Yeah, that would have been fun to see. I didn't catch any of his Pugless streams. But Ruckin is finally on that left side of Death Mountain.
Yeah, he'll get a flute here. That'll be nice. Finds an entrance to Turtle Rock that gets him exactly nothing more than the ones he's already done.